What's up, everyone? It's Hey John. Have you seen what Dogecoin is doing? Well, Dogecoin is doing, I would say, one of the more unthinkable things that we've seen Dogecoin do in some time, because for some time, Dogecoin had just been going to sleep. But you know what? I believe that it is meme coin season because we're seeing Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. They're both waking up, they're both perking up, and they're running to the moon right now. But I think there's another reason as to why Dogecoin will be leading the pack, and it's called Dogechain. Have you heard of Dogechain? Well, essentially, this is a layer 2 on Dogecoin. You know that Dogecoin, you cannot do any smart contracts, so that means no NFTs, and you cannot create any projects on that particular chain. But Dogechain, on top of Dogecoin, it enables developers and the community to create new smart contract products to put on top of Dogecoin. So essentially what happens is that you literally move your Dogecoin to Dogechain, and then you get the native token, which is going to be a synthetic Dogecoin. And then from that point on, you can do swaps. So let's go ahead and show you guys what this is. Dogechain. So what is it exactly here? We can see here, folks, it's literally a bridge. Okay, you go from Dogecoin to literally Dogechain, and this is the synthetic here. Now, there are some things that you have to be aware of. For example, when you do the Dogechain transaction, that means you need to do at least a minimum of 100 Dogecoin. You also have to withdraw around 100 Dogecoin, and there's a little fee like 0.1 Doge, which is next to nothing, maybe 1 cent or something like that, and it takes up to 7 days. So now that we know how Dogechain works, it's essentially a bridge. You put Dogecoin and you get WDoge, which is Dogechain. Now from that point on, you can swap it out on Doge Swap, on Bourbon, etc. Now, what's so powerful about this is that we're seeing tons of contracts being deployed, but disclaimer, folks, you have to be careful because there are tons of rug pulls right now on the Dogechain. When I say Dogechain, it's because these contracts, they use it to swap with, so essentially it is on a Dogechain, but this is no different from Phantom, BSC. When they first launched, there was tons of, well, bad actors. So you need to be vigilant in that regard, and you need to make sure you watch these contracts and see what they're all about. So some things you can do is go to their website, go to their Telegram, go to their Discord, see what they're all about before you jump in and buy. But I will have to say one thing though, if you take too long to try to figure it out, to see if it's a scam or whatnot, usually you missed the boat. For example, I bought some things just blindly because, well, to be honest, it is just a gamble. And you put in a little bit and you get over 10, 100x, I would say fairly soon. So is it worth the risk? Well, that's up to you to determine. But for me, I don't mind putting in a few bucks here and there and see what happens. But again, I do want to reemphasize, these are extremely degenerate plays. So expect to lose everything or make a lot. So here is the official Dogechain Twitter. We can see here, folks, Dogechain and Dextools are partnering up, and you can now find Dogechain on Dextools. That's fantastic. So what this means is that you are able to chart these tokens being launched on the Dogechain. And basically right now, folks, you need the charts because you need to be able to tell when people are buying or selling, and this is literally your best tool. Right now, TA does not really matter. It gives you a point of reference of where to possibly buy, but let's be honest, folks, this has only been around for about 4 days now as of this recording. So any TA you do will have next to no validity. But again, it gives you a place to enter and sell when you feel comfortable. Now, with that being said, at least we have a tool in a place where you can see all the listings of all of these, well, contracts. When I first started, literally on the first day, there was about, I believe, 50 to about 100 the first day. Now it's day 4 or 5, and there's over 500 plus contracts now. Now, of course, not every single one is legit. Most of these are going to be rug pulls. So again, I want to reemphasize that be as careful as you can be. I've been rugged on about 2 so far, but again, I only put a few bucks in, and I told you guys already, folks, I literally only put whatever I'm willing to lose, and I literally mean that, folks. Dogechain, again, look at these statistics here. After only launching 3 days, third-party DEXs launches on Dogechain. Activity has been skyrocketing on the chain. We're already at 218,000 transactions, 20,000 unique wallets, and 70 million Doge deposited. Ladies and gentlemen, that's huge. 3 to 4 days, and you already have 70 million Doge deposited. That is an astronomical amount of money to be put in here. Now, of course, we do know that Dogecoin is several billions of dollars, but the fact that there's so much interest and it's flowing in so quickly, it just tells you that people on a Dogecoin network are saying, man, I wish there was some more utility. Well, here it is, folks. Here is the utility. This is where you can get your beloved Dogecoin. You can get more Dogecoin by trading these contracts on the Dogecoin. Now, what's really cool here is that eventually you're going to see the NFT, you're going to see more swaps and all sorts of utility being launched on the Doge chain. So that means that you no longer have to go on Ethereum or the Binance Smart Chain. Well, I take that back. You still do, but in the future, I would say very soon, you can do everything natively on the layer 2 Doge chain on your beloved Dogecoin. Now, what's so cool about this is that when all of this utility is generated, well, guess what, folks? Dogecoin also benefits because more people will buy Dogecoin to swap over to, well, essentially Doge chain in order to buy those smart contracts and those plays. Now, people will be made rich here. And of course, some people will lose their money as well, but that's the nature of trading. But overall, though, I can foresee this being very good. I mean, look at what Polygon did for Ethereum. And I forgot to note, folks, there are folks from Polygon who are actually working on a Doge chain. So this is a seasoned team. This isn't some random person coming in and say, you know what, I'm going to create a new Doge chain for Dogecoin. No, these are people from Polygon, and here they are applying their expertise because they're seeing a market for it. And they said, hey, you know what? Why not? And you know what, folks? If you see it right now, 70 million Doge deposited. Well, the proof is in the pudding, in my opinion. And you can see it right there in the numbers. Okay, folks, so here we are on Dex Screener. You can see right here, folks, all Dexes, Doge Swap, Doge Shrek, and Bourbon DeFi. All right, so you can see here, all of these tokens are smart contracts, and you can see them right here being listed. Now, there are a few things you want to do, folks. Like, for example, you want to filter on FDV, which means fully diluted valuation. And you can see right here, folks, the 999T, well, these are most likely rug pulls, so ignore those guys. If you see something egregious, well, I would say ignore it and move on because it probably doesn't make any sense. So there's no point in you getting rug pulled. That's how I learned. So now that we can see a bunch of projects being listed on the Doge chain on Dogecoin networks, well, this is going to be very interesting for the Dogecoin in the future. Because again, the more and more people come here to buy Dogecoin to swap into Doge chain, or original Dogecoin holders going into Doge chain, well, you're going to see a lot more plays, you're going to see more volume, and most importantly, you're going to see Dogecoin, your beloved Dogecoin, my beloved Dogecoin, where my channel was founded on. We will have utility and we will literally be able to go to the moon. Now, again, this is going to be one of those long-term plays. And in the future, you're going to be so glad you're here because, ladies and gentlemen, you are so early. I literally put some money into a particular token that I don't want to promote in this video, but I've already 10x'd in about 3 to 4 days. So with that being said, and I just want to say, folks, you are so extremely early on a Doge chain. There is going to be so much innovation coming. There's going to be so many more utilities coming. And most importantly, I really truly believe this, folks. Dogecoin will be able to move from top 11, top 10 to the top 5 due to this reason, because you're going to need a ton of Dogecoin to push all of these future utilities. And more importantly, all of this volume coming in, folks, it's literally a gold mine. So if you know anything about cryptocurrency, it's all about getting early. And ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any earlier than this. Well, maybe 3 days ago, but I digress though. If you like any of this content, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you on the next one.